Hey everybody, in this lecture video, let's take a look at topic number 14, borrowing money. So basically, when it comes to borrowing money, there are two types of consumer credits. Something called a closed-ended and the other one is called open-ended. Okay, closed-ended simply means these are installment loans. Closed-ended means there's a due date for the money that you borrow. Now, open-ended means there's no due date, like credit card. Credit card is a perfect example because credit card, as long as you spend a little bit, pay some, spend a little bit, pay some, it never have an actual date that you have to pay off the entire credit card. Okay, so let's take a look at the credit card real quick. So right here is a example of what a typical credit card statement now would is look like because right after the recession back in 2009, the federal government mandated that the statement got to tell the consumer, okay, how long it will take to pay off the credit card debt. Okay, so like this example, if you only made minimum payments, okay, and not spending any money, it will take you 7 years to pay it off. And this is an estimation of the total amount paid. So if you pay a little bit extra, like $6 extra on top of your minimum payment, okay, you actually pay off in 3 years, and you save about $619. Okay, so this portion is actually now mandated by the federal government. Used to, it doesn't actually say quite like this. All right, so here I want to show you some example about how the interest, okay, credit card interest is being calculated. There are three fundamental type, something called the previous balance methods. The other one is adjusted balance method, and the third one is probably make more sense, more common, something called the average daily balance method. So previous balance method simply means the principal P come from the previous month balance. Okay, R is your annual rate. Your time is actually in years, but since we only pay credit card once a month, so that will be we will convert 1 month out of 12 months in a year. So this 1/12 is actually automatically converted into years. So let's do an example of a previous billing methods. So calculate the monthly finance charge for the credit card transaction, assuming they take 10 days for a payment to be received and recorded that the month is 30 days long. So we will need this piece of information on the third type, average daily balance. But right now, the balance here is $300. So this $300 right now is referring to the previous month balance. Okay, this is my rate, and I don't need my payments for the previous balance methods because in order to find interest, all I gotta do is take my previous month balance times my interest rate and times my time, which is 1 month out of 12 months in a year. So to calculate finance charge on the credit card, we're using simple interest formula. So let's see. This is 300 times 0.18 times parenthesis 1 month out of 12 months in a year. 0.18. All right, so that's $4.50. Okay, so you might say, okay, this is not a lot of finance charge. Well, that's true because you don't actually owe that much money. Okay, you only have a $300 balance. So here we are not calculating your minimum payments. Okay, we're calculating the finance charge every month. Normally normally your minimum payment is actually 1 to 3% of the principal. Okay, plus the finance charge. That will give you an estimation of what your minimum monthly payment will be. Okay, plus the finance charge. So here we only focus on finance charge. All right, adjusted balance means, let's scroll back up here. Adjusted balance is interest is calculated on the previous month's balance less credit and payments. So what I mean is it actually use the principal is actually going to be used after, okay, you made a payment. So when you hear the word adjusted in the business world, it means something has been subtracted. Okay, something has been adjusted. So for the adjusted balance, okay, the balance is actually previous months. So the new balance will be after the payment. So my balance last month was 300. This month I paid $50. So that means my new balance on my credit card is only $250. So we'll use the $250 to actually calculate the finance charge. 0.18 times, the time is always 1 month or the 12 month in a year. Okay, let's see what it says. So that will be 250 instead times 0.18 times 1 month or the 12 month in a year. So it's only $3.75. So a lot of times when we have a department store credit card, okay, because the balance on there, the maximum balance is maybe like $500, $300. So when the company calculate its finance charge plus 1 to 3% of the principal add on to the finance charge, sometimes it's less than $10 minimum payment. So that's why a lot of department store credit cards will tell you what the minimum payment is. Okay, they will say $10 minimum payment every month or $25. Okay, and that's the reason why, because the balance is not that much, therefore they will actually tell you what the minimum payment is. All right, average daily balance. Okay, average daily balance is a little bit trickier, but it actually makes sense. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, so we need this thing right here. Assuming it takes 10 days for a payment to be received and recorded, that the month is 30 days long. All right, so average daily, literally it means on average, how much do I owe every day? Okay, so in order to find your average daily balance, which is your P, we had to think about first day of the month, second day of the month, I owe $300. Third day, I also owe $300 because they have not got my payment yet. They don't get my payment until the 10th of every month. So on the 10th, I still owe $300. But on the 11th of the month, they got my payment of $50. So that means I only owe $250. Okay, so for the first 10 days, my balance was $300 from last month. So that means for the very first 10 days of next month, every day I owe $300 for 10 days. Okay, so remember when we try and define average, normally people say, okay, we got to add them all up and divide it by so many we added. And that's exactly what we're going to do. From the first of the month to the 10th. Oh, my pen is acting up. All right, it's 10 days. Every day I owe $300. 300 plus 300 plus 300 plus 300, 10 different times is the same as 300 times 10, which if I add them all up, that will be 3,000. Okay, from the 11th to 12, the 13th day, all the way till the end of the month, the 30th day, I'm probably not going to make another payment. So that means for the other 20 days of this month, I actually owe them $250 a day for 20 days. So if I add 250, 20 different times, that's 2,500. Okay, remember average means add them all up and divided by so many we added. So my total add them all up for the 30-day is 5500. So my principal, my average daily balance, how much on average, how much do I owe in a month will be 5,500 divided by 30 days. So this will be my average daily balance. It means on average, this whole month, how much do I owe them a day? Because there were days I owe them 300 and there were days I owe them 250. So on average, how much do I owe them? I owe them on average $183.33. Okay, so this is the P that I will use to compute my interest. So my simple interest formula, I equals 183.33. That's my P times my rate. This problem, my rate is 18%. All right, be very careful. Times, what's my time? Well, I'm actually compute average daily for the month. So this month, it has 30 days. So it will be 30 days out of, let's see, what does it say up here? 365, okay? We're using 365 for daily. So my interest, 183.33 times 0.18 times 30 days out of 365. So that would be only, so that's only $2.71 finance charge. Okay, be sure typing it right. Yep. 30 out of 365. Yep. Okay, so this is how we actually calculate the finance charge on the credit card. It's a good estimation. Okay, 3 different techniques. All right, so that will be it for the credit card loan on the interest. So I will make another video for the other 2 objectives. Okay, so we will pick up from we'll pick up objective number 2 in the next video. Thank you for watching.